I'm very excited to do this video today because both of these companies are located in Texas. So they both have US based support and they're both located in the US with domestic products. And that's very important if you're getting into solar right now, or if you run into a problem during your install like I did, you're going to be able to reach out to them and get a hold of them during regular business hours. I'm going to show you the install of the 18K and the two Renon batteries and the communication settings that I have these set on so it communicates and everything works properly. Yes, I did make some mistakes during my install. I'm going to share those with you as well. And we'll talk about the cable size, the connection points, and how you should have everything set up. This is currently set up as an off-grid system. I will have a video later in the future discussing how to AC couple this, because I will be connecting it to my current solar system and using it as an AC coupled system and a DC coupled system at the same time. So that's going to be very interesting. That's a little bit later. If you're interested in that, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, tap that notification bell so you get notified when I put that video out. This video is going to be talking about what this system is capable of and the basic install of the 18K with the two Renon batteries. And before I get started with the install, I do want to touch base on something that's very important if you want to be code compliant. That wall should be a non-combustible wall that your system butts up against. In my environment, this is a testing center and I do not have a non-combustible wall back there, but eventually I probably will install some type of cement biker board or hardy board there, so that would put me code compliant in this environment. I haven't done that yet, but I did want to point out that wall that you're installing this on should be a non-combustible wall. And to get the communications to work on both batteries to the inverter, you want to make sure to have your out link going from battery 1 over to the in link on battery 2. And then the switches on battery 1, we need to set the invert set to 3 on. So the top, you'll see that the only 3 is turned on. On the fun set, only 1 is turned on. The rest of them are turned off. And on the address setting there, 1 is turned on and the rest are turned off. Over on battery 2, the settings, invert setting 3 is on, rest of them are off. Fun set, everything is turned off. And then for the address set, we have 2 turned on and everything else turned off. That allows these two batteries to communicate properly with the SolArk 18K in those settings. And there's actually a bigger reason why I wanted the SolArk 18K. And that reason is just behind the camera, that allows me a lot of flexibility with the solar system that I already have in place, which is an AC coupled micro inverter system. I'm able to land that system into the generator port on this to create a microgrid that would allow me to produce power even if the grid goes out. This has 3 MPPTs with 2 inputs on each one of those for a total of 6 connections, with a load of up to 18 kilowatts of output and a surge of 36,000 watts of surge for 10 seconds. And we have 2 250 amp breakers for each one of the inputs for the batteries. So I have 2 batteries coming in right there. So I have this battery going into one port, that battery going into another port, and this is communicating with this battery in here. So you can see the lines coming over and this coming over, but each one of those batteries has its own port inside the 18K. That allows to maximize the amount of amps coming out of these batteries, 190 per battery, giving us 380 amps that could be drawn from these batteries safely. And that allows us to pull the 18K to the load. If we have these connected together, then that would reduce it down to 190 amps, but expand our capacity that way, which would make sense if we got 4 of these batteries. You connect 2 of these together and then 1 line in, and then 2 of these together and 1 line in. Also, we have 2-aught wire here, which is appropriate for what we've got going on here. We have 32 kilowatt hours of battery and a possibility of using the total 18,000 watts of load. Now, I can't here, I have this hooked up to a smaller system. I've reduced it down for testing, but this system will end up in my house where I will be connecting the microinverters into this. The 200 amp bypass will go into this. Then that will feed the load. So this is going to be an awesome series that I'm going to make on the SolArk 18K. This will be my ultimate inverter in my house once everything's said and done. And hopefully I can get 2 more batteries to expand this, and possibly even another SolArk system. Then I would be completely set. There would be nothing more that I would need. If I had 4 of these and 2 of those, that would run the house completely. And that would also provide a solution to charging up an EV. Something like this Chevy Silverado EV that has over 200 kilowatt hours of capacity. It's going to take EV charger to charge that up at level 2 here at my house. And to do that, we've got that 60 amp charger that I installed in another video. Go check that out. That shows you kind of how to install an EV charger. But anyway, the SolArk 18K will support EV charging. It'll support AC coupled, DC coupled, even at the same time. You're able to put in a massive amount of solar into the 3 MPPTs with 6 inputs. You have that true 200 amp bypass, and we have the ability to use a generator side if you don't have AC coupled, that you can hook it to a generator. There's a lot of things in this as a unit of its own that you cannot get in any other inverter. Other inverters that claim to be able to do this have to have a separate MID, a micro interconnect device. So this is not requiring a separate box, let's say $2,000 extra box on the side. Yes, this inverter does cost more as the inverter itself, but it gives you all the functionality in one setting. Where if you have a separate system, then now you're going to have to buy separate wires, separate conduit, maybe even a trough. That gets expensive on top of the possible $2,000, or just depends on the system that you are purchasing, and you still don't have the capability of the 18K, where it can output 18,000 watts on batteries alone with no support from solar or the grid. So this is something that I haven't seen in any other inverter. This thing is literally stacked, and it's won me over enough that this will end up in my house, connected to my AC solar. We'll put some more DC solar into it. We'll try to max that out. I'll do the 200 amp bypass. All of that will be tested in future videos. This is an introduction to the SolArk 18K and the Renon batteries. These are the Xcellent Plus batteries, 16 kilowatt hours in each one of these for a total of 32 kilowatt hours. These connected very easily. I made some mistakes when I put the conduit here. I put an inch pipe on this side when I should have just used an 1.5 inches for both the battery cables and the communication cables. So we'll get more into that in later videos, but this introduction to this system is for the SolArk 18K, the 2 Renon batteries, and you would have a full system that could run your HVAC, your dryers, your stoves. This can run all of that. Of course, not at the same time, but if you kick on a 5-ton AC unit, this is going to be able to support that. Also, it will support large compressors that are in your garage because this has a surge capability of 36,000 watts for 10 seconds. There hasn't been an inverter that I've tested in my studio or in this shop or in my house that even comes close to that. So the 18K is a powerhouse. And when you pair it with the Renon batteries, I know that these work great because I've been testing them for a little bit. This is not a system that I just throw together and doing a review on. This is a system that I've tested to make sure that the claims are what they say. These batteries have the rated capacity in them. They're a very well-built battery. They're easy to communicate with the 18K. So as a full system, I do recommend these batteries with this. Also, when you buy the battery, you not only get this, you get the trough with it. So that's a huge plus because sometimes these troughs alone can cost you up to $450, $500 a piece, and maybe even more depending on the manufacturer you go with. And I think this is a pretty cool setup. It's nice and sleek. It protects it. It's got markings. It's even got little zip ties back here that you can zip tie everything down and make it nice and neat. And then you can close it up and secure it. So that's pretty nice. And those batteries are also self-heating, as you can see labeled right here on the top right side. I really want to help somebody go solar, and maybe they can relate to my scenario here, where I started this channel to help people go solar, especially in doing microinverters and connecting to the grid. I did an in-phase system from ground up, and I also did a Hoy-mile system from ground up with a carport that I installed myself out back. So I wanted to show people how they can go solar, and they can do that themselves. They just got to follow code and do things correctly. So now, with the technology that's evolving in these inverters, I'm starting to lean more toward these hybrid inverters than I am microinverters. So I want to expand my system, and the way that I'm going to do that is land that AC system into that generator port, and then I'm going to build out me a DC system, and I'm going to put it down in those MPPTs. And I'm hoping to show all of that in my house. So this right now is in a test setup, but eventually this is going to have AC coupled, DC coupled, the 200 amp bypass, everything's going to be running through that. And there is a possibility that I may get a second inverter and 2 more batteries to really expand that system and give me a system that I will never have to expand again, because once I get enough solar on that, I don't need more than 22, 24 kilowatts of solar production is more than enough than I'll ever need. And I think it's more than what most people will ever need. And I got everything in my house and outside running electric, from hot tubs to hot water heaters to dryers to oven ranges, more mini splits that are in this studio here. Everything is fed through that solar system. I can disconnect it and move things over to do my testing like this with temporary array that I have, but ultimately I want everything running through the SolArk 18K. And it's important to point out that the screen allows you to manage the settings of the inverter, and it is equipped with a Wi-Fi dongle that allows you to connect to an app and their web application. So you control this from basically anywhere in the world. This connects, and it does really well. This connected to my Wi-Fi here typically has problems with other inverters. This connected with no problem. And the batteries themselves have a Wi-Fi connection to where you can connect these to the Renon app. And there's some misinformation that's floating around on the internet that SolArk can't communicate with other batteries that are not listed on their site. That's incorrect, because this does have the ability to communicate with a wide range of different batteries that are on the market. It's just that ones that they show on their website are the batteries that they recommend, and that you can get the full ability out of the inverter because those batteries have the correct BMSs that can support how powerful this inverter is. So it's not that they are not compatible with those other batteries are not as powerful as they need to be to actually power the unit itself when it's going to try to get to the 18K or that 36 kilowatts of output for that 10 seconds. Most BMSs cannot handle that type of surge in those cheaper batteries. Batteries are getting better, but they're recommending the batteries that they know that can handle the surge or the continuous output of this inverter. And I can't wait to share more on the SolArk 18K and these batteries, because I truly believe that this might be the best inverter that I've ever put my hands on.